Hello, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Busola Dolly Davids and this is Life Stories with Bussy. Thank you again. I keep on saying thank you because you guys are the one who, you keep on encouraging us to make more videos, and I'm just saying thank you and thank you and thank you all over again. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for sharing our videos. Thank you for referring people to our YouTube channel and all that. I really do appreciate you guys. Okay, so today we have another story for you as usual. But before we go to our story, remember City Buildings? Yes. City Buildings is here again with another estate. It's called City Ocean View Estate in Igondo, Eleko, Ibeju, Lekki, Lagos. I've always said that city buildings are my plug for buying land and all. I mean I can vouch for them, so I am encouraging you to patronize them. You can be sure that your money is in safe hands, and they're always available to take you for inspection to any of this land. Immediately after you have paid your money for your land, you get your allocation. So don't forget, City Buildings, City Ocean View Estate is at Igondo, Eleko, Ibeju, Lekki, Lagos. Okay, so back to today's story. Today's story is a funny one because I also did not know how else to tell this man how to resolve this issue, because I don't know, but I mean you are here and he wants you to tell him what to do, because right now he's actually quite confused as to what to do. So he says, "Dear Bussy, I want people's opinion on this issue, which is threatening to tear my new marriage down." She said, "I got married to Yemisi, my childhood sweetheart and the love of my life. We had 2 children. My first daughter, Ifeoluwa. Yemisi passed away at the childbirth of our last baby, Enioluwa. I was devastated at the loss of Yemisi. She meant the world to me. Getting through taking care of the children was an issue for me. Another childhood friend of mine, Kasope, stepped in to help. Kasope lived at the next street to mine, and she used to pop in to say hello to Yemisi and me before the former's demise. Kasope became a pseudo mother for the children. She was single and had just left a 3-year relationship, which ended badly. Taking care of the children became a coping mechanism. I won't lie, she put in everything that she had, everything in taking care of Ifeoluwa and Enioluwa. For Enioluwa, Kasope was the mother I never got to know. For Ifeoluwa, Auntie Kasope was the best. My in-laws were the first to suggest that I should consider marrying again, and they thought Kasope was very suitable. Prior to when they mentioned it, I didn't even take as much look at how beautiful she was. She was not just go-to friend, very funny and sweet. I started to notice more things about her, and I understood why she had been my friend for all these years. I approached her and she initially wasn't having it. She said she would give me space so I can think clearly, that her being part of my life for over a year can color my reality. She stopped coming and we all missed her. Enioluwa kept crying and asking for his Auntie Pope, as he called her. I kept appealing to her. Then she told me her fear. She said I might think I was in love with her because of her involvement in our lives and because I needed a nanny for the children. I assured her that it was not so. She kept saying, "Khalid, you can't love me like you love Yemisi. She was your soulmate." I tried to smooth that angle, that yes, Yemisi would always be a huge part of my life, but she was gone and I had to move on. Kasope gave me 6 months to think about it, and I was more convinced I wanted her in our lives. Then things started to happen. The house we lived in was built by me, with lots of support by Yemisi, my late wife. There was this huge picture frame of Yemisi on the wall. And for the first 1 month of our marriage, that's my marriage with Kasope, it was there until Kasope said she didn't think it was right to have the pictures on the wall. I agreed with her, and I also took our family pictures, all the pictures that we took with Yemisi. I took everything down and took some to the children's room. It was mixed feelings for me removing the pictures from the wall. My daughter came back from school that day and she saw that the pictures of our mom were gone. She started throwing tantrums. Ifeoluwa wanted to know why our mom's picture was taken down, and I tried to explain. But she wasn't having it. That was when she started shouting that Auntie Kasope hated her mother and wanted to get rid of her mother in my life. I explained that our mom will always live in our heart and that was the greatest place we should ever keep our memory. If anyone asked if I still loved our mother, I responded in the affirmative. She asked if I loved Kasope. I also responded in the affirmative. She ran to her room and locked the door. Kasope wanted to go and have a talk with her that day, but I told her not to because it might infuriate Ifeoluwa more. Ifeoluwa was almost 11 at this time. She became so withdrawn, and I asked what she would want me to do to get her back to her former self. She said I should send Kasope away. I told her that wasn't possible. She became very rude to Kasope, and Kasope understood very well initially. So she was very careful with Ifeoluwa. We got her to see a counselor to help her with her grief process. I was assured by the counselor that she would come around. Kasope tried so hard to make Ifeoluwa comfortable, but she remained adamant. Kasope would make food and Ifeoluwa would say that that's not the way her mother made it. Sometimes I had to wade in and try to make the food or anything for that matter the way Yemisi did it. Sometimes when we are having a discussion, Ifeoluwa will bring in experiences with her late mother to try and sidetrack Kasope. Ifeoluwa had even gone telling her grandparents stories of things she claimed Kasope did to her and Enioluwa. My former in-laws called me to caution my wife to stop mistreating my children. I would have believed those stories, but my son was so attached to Kasope and the boy didn't seem to have changed in any way. He had even started calling Kasope mommy. I secretly watched them play detective sometimes, came back from work unexpectedly, and Kasope was consistent in the care of Enioluwa. So I concluded that the problem was Ifeoluwa, my daughter. Kasope had our baby girl, and I think it increased Ifeoluwa's insecurity. Kasope was in the kitchen one day with the baby in the crib in the sitting room when she heard the baby's sharp cry, and she quickly ran out of the kitchen to see Ifeoluwa walking past, and Enioluwa trying to explain in his 2-year-old way that it was Ifeoluwa that made the baby cry. Kasope asked Ifeoluwa what she did to the baby, and Ifeoluwa didn't answer. She now attempted to close the door in Kasope's face. I think in that annoyance, Kasope took her and slapped her. That was where the old wala started. When I came back, I felt like Kasope should have been patient to investigate what was happening before she slapped Ifeoluwa. Kasope wasn't having it. She said it was time we sent Ifeoluwa to boarding school and that she wasn't having it any other way. I told her that Yemisi, my late wife, and her had said none of our children would go to boarding school because of the bad experience Yemisi had in boarding school. And I wasn't going to send my daughter there against the will of my late wife. Yemisi had made me promise on her dying bed to take care of these children. Ifeoluwa was an only child for a long time and we doted on her, so I understood how hard this would be for her. Kasope said she was done and would go with her baby if I didn't send Ifeoluwa to boarding school. She said I wasn't ready to start a new life. She said at every serious discussion I had to bring Yemisi in and that she would rather live than compete with a dead woman and an 11-year-old girl. My dilemma is Kasope has moved out of the house and she said she's not coming back until Ifeoluwa leaves the house to boarding school. I love Kasope and I love and adore my daughter. Boarding school is a no-no. I don't want to create bad blood in the future. I don't want Ifeoluwa to think I got rid of her because of Kasope, and I also want my wife back home. I don't want to send Ifeoluwa to her grandparents because I don't want them to misconstrue things, and I'm also trying to protect Kasope here. What do you people think I should do? I think that you need to put your feet down. You are married to Kasope and not your daughter. Your daughter is 11 years old and I don't think that she should be calling the shots in the house. So I think that it is high time that she grows up. Your daughter needs to grow up. Yes, we understand that, yes, she's grieving and all that, but she needs to grow up. I think all these are tantrums, and I think it's a nice thing that we're taking her to the therapist or a counselor and all that to help in the grief process. But I think your daughter needs to grow up, and I think you need to be firm. You need to be firmer than you are right now. I get your attachment to her. I get your attachment to your daughter because she was an only child for a long time and all that. But you have someone new in your life now. From your story, you can tell that your wife Kasope has been understanding. For God's sake, I mean, she might have been pushed to the wall and all that, but you need your daughter to be more respectful to your wife, and you need to, you just need to smoothen things, you need to smoothen things up. I think you need to be firmer with your daughter. What do you guys think? Do you think that Kasope is doing unreasonable by moving out, or do you think that Ifeoluwa is just a spoiled brat and should be sent to boarding school? What do you guys think? Don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section. I'll be there to respond to you. Till next time when you come again, my name is David. Before you leave, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you.